Guys, how you doing? Common Man 91 here with you today, and right now I have a real special treat for you. I'm about to show you one of my favorite guns that are in my possession, and that is the Kimber 1911 Classic Custom. I got this gun about a week ago, and I just now fired it today, and it is a great performer. We put about I think 150 rounds through it today, and it did great. We did have I'd say about 4 malfunctions, but they were all because of this magazine here. Actually, it has a weak spring in it, so the last round it was having problems. But out of this magazine, we had no malfunctions whatsoever, so I can't blame it on the gun. This gun is used, it is not new. It is a Series 1, but it is made in Yonkers, New York, not Clackamas, or however you say it, the one in Oregon. I'm sure I'll get corrected on that. It's a beautiful gun. It is a 1911, as stated. You got a real nice extended beaver tail. Really nice safety. I really like the safety on this thing. I'm going to show you that it is unloaded. Nothing in the magazine. Well, nothing in the chamber. I really like the safety on here. It's pretty much your standard 1911 safety, but it's just real good. It's just real positive. Real easy to operate. It does have the standard slide release. I don't plan on changing that because I don't really ever use the slide release. If I want to release my slide, I normally just rack my slide. It has front serrations. Some people do not like this. I personally love it. I really like the positive feel on it. It has a really heavy spring. Full guide rod. I did just clean this gun, so we got a little bit of lube on here. It has just the plain plastic grips, or rubber I should say. I really like these grips on this gun for some reason. Wood grips are beautiful, but with the contrast of the black on black that they were going for, it really looks nice. One thing I do not like though is this trigger. It's got a really nice trigger pull, but it's a plastic trigger. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt anything, but I'd like to have a metal trigger in this. And I don't like the skeletonized on it. Everything else is just, I wish the hammer and the trigger were not skeletonized, but I'm not really gonna gripe about it. The sights are kind of your basic target sights. You don't have the 3-dot sights, which I will change eventually, but I figured I'd do a review before I changed anything on this gun. They're kind of hard to see in low lighting situations, that's for sure, and it's real easy to lose your front sight. But accuracy is not a problem with this gun. I'm going to make a video with our range reports from earlier on, and you'll be able to see exactly what this gun and the SIG P238 did at the range today. You'll be quite impressed. I'm not a great 1911 shooter. I'm not a competition shooter. I'm just a common man. And I did go shooting with my father-in-law, and he did excellent with it also. Alright, now we're getting to the breakdown here. I'm gonna move you around, hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind my mess. Alright, so the way I break it down, we're gonna make sure it's clear, even though we already did that. It's always good to check, no matter how many times. Alright, we're gonna put it on safety, set the gun down. I'm gonna grab a magazine. Some people do not like to do it this way, to each their own. I don't honestly have a little bushing wrench for it, so I'm going to push down on my guide rod. This does have a full length guide rod. Some 1911s don't. Alright, I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to see if I can get you the I'm going to push my slide back. Actually, I'm going to take my safety off. That's important to remember. I'm gonna push my slide back to where that little notch lines up with my slide release. Take that out, and bam, slide it right off. Alright, kind of give you a quick little view. They did really nice on this feed ramp. It's a real nice polish on it. They just did really good. This gun is older, so you're gonna see a little bit of wear on it. Nothing functionally wrong with it. Pretty much your basic 1911 setup there. And here, take this spring out. You got your basic 1911 spring. Let me back you out a little bit. And your full guide rod. Some argue with this if it really does do anything. I haven't noticed if it really does. I'm not accurate enough of a shooter to tell you one way or the other. I like that it adds a little bit of weight on the front end. Let me take my bushing off. Be nice to remember, wouldn't it? This is a match grade barrel. It's a really beautiful barrel. Maybe you can see down there. You really do have to clean these pretty well because those grooves really do pick up all that grime and carbon buildup. Alright, if you've never taken down a 1911, most of them, I don't know any of them that don't have these grooves in the frame right in there. And that's going to fit in with your barrel, which has some grooves right there. So it really helps get a real tight fit in there. And boom, it's in. Let me back you out some more. You're probably getting tired of being moved around, aren't you? All right. I'm gonna put my guide rod back in with this little curved side facing down. You're gonna have two different sides on these guide rods. You're gonna have your little curved side, and you're gonna have your rounded side. Put the curve down on top of the barrel. We'll go ahead and put our frame on. I like to go ahead and put my bushing on. You could wait for that. I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright. Now, we're going to line up. First, let's put our slide release in there. You can see it does have what some people call the idiot scratches. I did not put them on there. Someone else did previously, but to be honest, it doesn't really bother me. If it bothers you, you may be too consumed with cosmetics, because functionally this gun is amazing. I really, really love this gun. I'll get off my soapbox. Alright, so we got our slide release in. Let's go ahead and put our safety on. Set our gun down. Put in your spring with the crimped end going into the gun. Alright, we're going to take our little spring holder. I don't know the correct term. Please forgive me. Alright, I'm going to push it down as far as I can with my hands. Make sure you get a good grip on it because it will go flying on you. I'm going to go in with my magazine. Push down. Had a little bit of trouble there, but no problem. Alright, I'm going to take my safety off. Make sure we're clear. Flawless. I guess you could say it has flaws. Now, I do have a little scratch right there. Once again, that does not bother me. The cosmetics on this gun are pretty basic. You know, it's a black gun, but it's a 1911 and it's amazing. It's a really tight gun. It's not like any of those cheap GI models that you can cheat. You're gonna get a little rattle too. It's really tight. They did a really great job. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and show you one of our targets. Not the best target though. Alright, I'll show you this one. This is our rapid fire double tap at 10 yards. Did pretty good. Once we got the hang of it, we were really putting them in there. This is me and my father-in-law. We're not professional shooters, but once we really got the hang of this gun, you figure out where to hold. We did a 6 o'clock hold on it, and it shot a little bit high, but that didn't bother me at all. You just have to figure out where to hold on each and every individual gun. Alright, and if you want to see more of these, I'm going to do a range report today, talking about these guns, how they performed, going into a little more detail about how to fire those guns, how we fired the guns, and our thoughts on them. Alright, I really appreciate you taking your time out of the day. Thank you. Have a good one. Please like and subscribe.